Uzumasa Limelight is a Chambara movie about a film extra who specialized to be killed in samurai movies. And Kirare Yaku is someone who goes into a samurai movie and then gets killed in a star, and just in a quick second he dies. And Chambara movie is coming from the sound of action of, I guess, samurai swords, and it's coming from chan chan bara bara, which is the sound of sword being attacked. And Seizo Fukumoto has been doing film extra, but he hasn't got any, almost like no speaking roles. Except the ones that he says, or like, and then dies. So like this is his like first leading role in this movie. So the biggest challenge for us in this movie was to convince him to be in the star, because he was like such a humble person, and he said like he would never be in the lead. And there were some other supporting actors in this movie who are like very famous in Japan and who would be a lead in the movie. So he said he would never be a lead with those kind of lead actors. But I told him that this movie is for the next generation, because people in Japan started not watching samurai movies anymore. The younger generation don't know anything about samurai movies or Chambara movies, so we need to pass this history on to the next generation, and we need you to be part of this. And if this is for the next generation, you take this. So it was such a, I guess, great experience working with him. I was born and raised in Tokyo, and when I was 12, I started making movies at the school festival, where with me and my classmates, made this like action film about 3 robberies, kind of kidnapped junior high school students and asking for ransom. And I was interested in movies when I was very young, and that was kind of like a way of my escape from the real world. I always watched big Hollywood action movies, and Spielberg, Ron Howard, and those big directors, big Hollywood directors are like my heroes. And I always wanted to be a filmmaker, and I never stopped making movies since I was 12. So it was kind of a natural thing for me to ask my parents that I wanted to learn filmmaking in America, and of course they said no. It took me about like 6 years to convince my parents for me to study, and there were 2 promises that I made with my parents, which was one, to go to the best film schools in the world, which was USC, NYU, or UCLA, and the second promise was I get a master's degree, so that if I don't make a director, I can still teach. So I applied for USC, and after graduation of high school, and I get denied, but I came here anyway, and then applied again following year, and I got in. So I graduated from USC and AFI and started making movies freelance in America. Sometimes I feel like I question myself whether I'm going back to Japan or I'm going back to LA, because I lived here for about 12, 13 years, and although I was born and raised in Tokyo, I feel like, where's my home? And so most of my films are about protagonist who's trying to find a place to belong to. So finding home is a really big theme in my movies. For example, in Uzumasa Limelight, the protagonist kind of loses his place to belong to because he got fired and there's no more samurai movies, and he can't become a film extra, the things he loves. And he started looking things to do, and he meets this new actress, started teaching, passing on his torch to the next generation, and that's where he finds, I guess, home, the place that he can belong to. So I feel like that's a reoccurring theme in my movies, and I'm sure people in the world can relate to, because these days people just go around the world and then live in different places and trying to find a place that they can belong to.